Hello everybody, welcome back to Kusogrand8, the bad video game tournament. We are currently in round 2, and that means that everybody playing is trying to stay in the tournament. A few people get to move on regardless. Like this last match, nobody got eliminated because everybody did very well during their first match. However, other rounds could potentially see players eliminated if they have a total less than 10 points at the end of round 2. They are out. They're gone. Vámonos. Wait, no. Vámonos, that means let's go. Whatever. They're gone. That's how it goes. They have to have under 9 points in order to be eliminated. Everybody else moves on to round 3. It's a lot of fun, so Crappy, take us to the game reveal for game number 2. And watch out, Bat Labor's gonna get you. Pew pew! Luckily, yeah, the Crappy looks a little bit like a plus sign. You gotta watch out for that, okay? You do not want to be targeted by Pat Labor. Luckily, we've got someone a lot more reliable than the police force, and that is our next GM. Say hello to our dear friend, Dolorous Fred. Got a little bit of the rocket action going on. I hope you're not... I hope your name's not Pat, okay? Are you a Pat?
Am I a cat?
A Pat. You're Fred, right? You're not Pat.
That's true.
Okay. Well, good. Yeah, we just want to get away from Pat Labor and get to normal labor, you know? Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking.
Well, good.
I have something very special for you tonight.
Yeah, I saw the name of the game and a little bit of the picture, and I was like, I don't want to look at this anymore because I'm hoping that it's better than my preconceived notions, because honestly, I don't like these. I don't like them.
Well, you see, initially I had no intention of giving out this game in this round, but there was a little conversation in the competitor channel.
Okay.
Where one of the players in this match said that they're down to Clown, and Novasol mentioned, yeah, well, we're sending Clown games, so are they getting a Clown game?
Oh no.
And it's one from my childhood cabinet of horrors. We're playing Clown-O-Mania for the Amiga.
Clown-O-Mania! Well, the players are going to have a full hour to try to figure out how to be the best clowns that they can. Whoever does will get 10 points and move on to the next round. Whoever comes in last, though, is in danger. They only get 2 points. And the question is, how many points do the players have going into Clown-Mania?
Oh, this is a 2-point match, so 2 people are going to be eliminated.
Oh, that's evil. With a clown game? You're eliminating people with a clown game. Oh, that's
not only
fine.
that, with the isometric Pac-Man based clown game.
An isometric platform clown game. Okay, you're starting to speak my love language.
Than platform, but there are platforms.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
I'm not
Natara
as upset.
The emulator.
Yeah, nah, don't worry. I haven't shown this to the chat yet. I'm just... because this is Amiga, capturing is always a little bit annoying. That's okay. I give you a little preview, Fred. How are you doing? Anything exciting happening right now?
I drank a lot of tea, so I really hope that I won't have to, go somewhere during the match.
Well, yeah, if you do, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to miss a moment of clowning.
I'm sad that I think you missed the joke. Dang it.
Oh no, I missed the joke.
It was a bad joke. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I hope there's at least one person in chat who got it, and I don't know who it is, but I love you, specific person in chat who got my terrible joke. Well, I am almost set up. Honestly, because this is Amiga, I will probably have to recapture anyway. So let's hop on over and get listening to whatever nightmare audio is coming through. It might not be a nightmare, but it's clowns.
It's clowns. The music doesn't sound like clowns, luckily, most of the time.
Oh, good. Good. Anything that sounds like clowns. Okay.
It's basically your standard Amiga tracker music.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, everything's fine. It's a little sticky sounding, but that's Amiga for you. Like, I can't fault the sound engine for sounding like this. It's fine. Let me go ahead and check right now to see if the players are ready, because somehow I have the admin art file extremely tiny up at the top left. I didn't mean for it to be that way, everybody. Let me fix it real quick. Little admin art file. Just a little tiny person. Art vials are supposed to be deadly because they're from Doom. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Actually, this sounds kind of like hick music, which might be appropriate for clowns as well.
Right, let's see if the players are ready.
Yeah, I am checking right now to see if they are. When we do the countdown, what would be good emotes to spam? Obviously, anything clown related.
Anything that's, clown related, or, shapes.
Shapes?
Like diamonds and orbs and...
Are there any keys?
There's no keys, unfortunately.
Sorry, everybody, no horizontal key, even though I put that on Twitch because y'all asked for it.
But there's weird masses of snot that give you jumps.
Ew.
You'll see.
Ew. Okay, Natara, Alara. Oh my gosh. Having Natara and Alara, I'm gonna get confused. Firefang and Admin Arcvile have all confirmed they are good to go. Go to enter the new name. I think that Alara is just confirming that they are on the right screen. And yeah, everybody else is on the name entry screen. We just want to make sure that everybody is in the right place. So enter your name and then wait before hitting enter. Oh no, clown job. I don't want a clown job.
So it looks like Firefang might have misspelled their name or his name. The thing is, you can't press backspace to correct your name. So whatever you put in there is just... That's it.
Alara is restarting the game to put the right name in. That's okay. I'll wait. It's fine.
I mean, I appreciate the vanity, but it's not going to change anything. It's not like
Firefang definitely did enter the wrong one. I'm just waiting for Alara. Okay, there we go. Okay. Names are set.
You're in.
Yeah, I think it is time for us to start, so it's time. Chat, I need you to spam all of your clown/shape emotes. Do it now, because we are doing the countdown. Best of luck to the players. Best of luck to us to not get too disturbed by the clowns, and otherwise, let's get rolling. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
The first thing you notice is, you see the shapes and you see this Pac-Man style gameplay, basically, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
But you know, it's isometric. So that was a jump that Adamant Archvile did there. So no, there's a lot of things that I need to talk about in this game. But let's just start with the obvious.
Please.
This is an isometric platform, and you have a 4-directional input, right? But none of the inputs are the ones that you actually do on the screen. So the manual says that you should basically rotate your controller a couple of degrees so it's more in line with what you see.
Okay. That sometimes is done with isometric. Yeah.
Think of, The Last Ninja, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you have to think a little bit differently to have up work in your brain as diagonal. Once you get used to it, it can actually be pretty useful, like rather than having up be literally straight up and down in an isometric game. That can make it very difficult. But
it's going to take them a bit, and very likely they're going to lose lives because of it.
Okay.
So the next thing you see is there's these things floating there, and some of those are going to hurt you. Others are pickups, and you need to figure out what is what. So those yellow blobs, those are jumps. So yeah, you need to pick up consumable jump pickups in order to jump. And in some stages, you will need to jump from one platform to the other. So there's the distinct possibility that you will softlock yourself.
Gotcha. No, I do know that we're having a little bit of lag with Alara, but we usually ask the players to make a local recording just in case, and I think we may send a reminder or request out to Alara in a second just to make sure. But yeah, at the same time, nobody's getting disqualified if their internet's misbehaving. Come on, Comcast. It's always Comcast's fault.
And looks like Lara is in level 5, so he's in the lead at the moment. You can also see on the Adamant Archvile screen, there's these platforms that just flip the screen around until you walk on them again. So that was a jump that was unnecessary that he took there. Because there's also these teleporters there.
Okay.
And basically, depending on from what direction you touch them, the direction of the teleport changes. So you will have to do some thinking in some of the later levels. It's not that.
Natara's upside down?
In Stage 5. Yep. Natara's upside down for a bit. Getting an error.
Yeah, so big question.
Take a look at the match room for a moment.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and do what you need. Yeah, so right now, all of the players are just starting to get used to this game. Again, this is a blind racing tournament. The players have not played these games before, so they just need to figure out on the fly how things work.
So in level 7, you can, flip those colored tiles all to the same color, and then you get an extra life. Which they might consider doing, but this is a race, so, do that at your own discretion.
Yeah. Okay, Alara is up on a plus sign. She's really blasting through this quite a bit. Adamant Archvile doing a pretty good job here as well. Now remember, 2 players will be eliminated from Kusogrand8 because of this match, whoever comes in 3rd and 4th. However, it seems like this game is fairly straightforward in what it wants you to do, because the players are moving very quickly. With that said, I don't know what the game wants you to do. What does the game want you to do?
All right, the game wants you to collect all the, all the pips, all the crystals, diamonds, whatever they are,
Okay.
that are on the screen, on the stage. Basically, think Pac-Man, right? But it's going to be incredibly difficult because the levels start getting mean, I want to say, at around 11 or 12. By which I mean,
Okay.
you will likely get soft locked because you took a stupid jump that you shouldn't have taken. You might run out of weapons, which will make certain parts really difficult.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
it's going to be a bit of strategizing required, But again, it's going to take until at least like stage 12 until we see any of that. Although we did already see a couple of lives lost.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't done yet with explaining the pickups that you can get. So in the HUD you can see jumps, razors, energy, and pyramid. So the jump pickups I've already talked about, right? Those weird yellowish blobs.
Okay.
Yeah, jumps are consumables. Then those gray things that you see flying around the screen sometimes, those are razors. They don't really look like razors, but that's what the manual says, and might as well. But,
I don't want razors.
you can throw them at enemies, and they will, they will die.
Oh no.
They'll just, the razor is just going to fly in a straight line until it exits the screen. Well, actually, the entire stage. I don't think it stops. So if you time it good, time it well, you can kill multiple enemies with just one razor.
Oh my gosh, that sound effect. And Adamant Art File is a little bit in the lead. Very nice. On to stage 10. Adamant Art File using the jump.
So you can jump and land on enemies, and that will get you bonus points. But also, Adamant Art File is on his last life, so
yeah,
we'll see if he can manage to finish the stage 10.
I'm curious how the continue system works, or if there is anything in here.
It's weird. So I have an entire section dedicated to the continue screen in the instructions I sent them. So the way it works is that you can continue infinitely from the point from the stage where you game overed, if you are on the high score table.
Okay.
Right? Oh, that's a game over for Adamant Art File, and now we can see what that actually means.
Okay.
Let's see if he read the instructions well.
I don't think so. Oh, maybe? Okay.
So that's... Now, if you press start here, you can go to name from high score, and you can basically choose from where you want to continue.
Good.
So Adamant Art File is doing that correctly. So now he can restart from the stage where he died, which is level 11. And the problem is that you start with no items and no points. Having no points makes it more difficult to reach the high score table.
Oh no. Oh no, so if you don't earn a high score, you can't basically make a save?
Yep.
Can you reset the high score table?
Well, technically you could, if you just to turn off the emulator and restart. If they want to do that, sure. But I mean, they would have to restart from stage 0, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's worth it.
That's so weird. Why would they do that?
It's a really weird system.
Yeah.
I don't recall doing that in another game.
Adamant Arcvile, I think, accidentally
we
walked
start from
into a
level
pit.
11? Yes.
Can you actually
Question
walk
from
off the
Cap?
edge of these platforms?
No. You
Okay.
can walk into the funnels that are in some on some stages, and that will drop you.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why I've seen some people die when it looked like they weren't near any enemies. Okay. Yeah, like, just visually, it's a little bit hard for me to tell, not as a player, what's going on. Like, Edmund Arcvile dying to the funnel that you were talking about. Oh, Firefang, that is also a game over. The rotating vomit inducing death is kind of amazing. I love it.
So, by the way, those green worm-looking guys on Adamant Arcvile's screen, those enemies, they are incredibly aggressive.
Okay.
So you can see them pursuing him for, long stretches.
Yeah, it looks like
really
Firefang did
aggressive.
not
They
see
look straight
how
at
to
you.
continue and is back to level 0. That is going to be a significant setback. So big question is, will Firefang keep playing like this, or will Firefang go and try to figure out how to continue? Yeah, but it's definitely laid out in the instructions that were given out.
Yeah.
Controls,
Well,
preparing,
that's all the
progress,
players.
lives, and continues. Yeah, if you run out of lives, the game is over. If you reach the high score table, you'll be able to continue from the stage where you got that high score by choosing the name from high score option when starting a new game. Use the movement keys to swap between entries. You'll have no items and no points if you do that. And that is actually a valid enough reason to start from the beginning of the game, so that you can keep points and so that you can keep items. Because honestly, starting with nothing in the middle of the game, it could be severe Gradius syndrome, it could be a severe disadvantage. So
Definitely. So
I don't think it's
especially
necessarily
with
negative.
some of-
Yeah.
with some of the stages that sort of require you to use consumables to progress, if you start them on 0 of everything, it can get really, really difficult for you to make headway.
Okay.
Adamant Arcvile is getting close to that point, but so is Alara, actually, who's also on level 12. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So this is essentially where the difficulty picks up quite a bit.
Ooh, Natara getting a game over. One thing, though, is that if you have relatively high scores when you get a game over and enter your name into the high score screen, that's fine. You don't need to, it'll make it easier to beat later. There we go, Natara knowing how to continue. They will likely be starting from there. Very, very nice. Now, I do want to thank the referees who are helping to keep track of this match. We have Clades takes up an entire clown car all by himself. Oh my gosh, what a name.
What a space pod.
Not a fan of Clowns X, aka Yoshi Fan X. Yeah. Is there a Clown Yoshi? There's got to be a Clown Yoshi somewhere. What if it's a Clown Yoshi? Are you a fan of those?
There's so many color variations of Yoshi. One of them is bound to look like a clown.
You're probably right. I'm going to look this up in a second. We've also got Bees Louise, who wants to join the circus, and Hazel Shade 12 Clown Supreme with Harley Irashi and Clown-O-Mania. These names are getting harder to read as time goes on. I appreciate all of the comedy by the refs, though. Thank you for giving me a good laugh. Edmund Arcvile on to level 13. I think this Alara may be jumping back into that as well. Very nice. 2 players on 13. They're definitely in first and second. Natara, I believe, is in third, with Firefang only having reached level 9. Again, third and fourth will be eliminated. At the same time, I'm going to go ahead and say that in general, as much as I hate clowns, and I will voice my hatred of clowns quite a bit during streams, I kind of think this game's cool. It's got some fascinating ideas. I mean, sure, sometimes it turns you upside down so that you have to deal with just looking at everything upside down, but that's the nature of the game, you know? That's Kusogrand8 for you. Sometimes you're an upside down clown.
Yeah, I would agree. This game can be fun to play. So I sent this to Cosmic like months ago. Like way back when we first got message that we're going to be GMs, right? So who's one of the first things I did? I sent out a few games. This was among them, and if I'm not mistaken, Cosmic had a pretty good time playing this.
Okay.
And I mean, it is one of my childhood games, so I do have a fondness for it, but it is really difficult, especially if you reach the later stages, and there's 70 of them.
Oh, there's so much content.
That's a lot of content.
So there are other things that I'm noticing on the floors, like certain platforms that if you step on them, they change colors. What's the use of those? Do you have to get them to a certain color?
You can. That's optional, but you can earn extra lives and extra points if you do little tasks like that.
Okay. So it's like taking out the garbage. Your parents give you an extra life. Okay.
So on Firefang's screen, you can see pyramids. Those are hazards, basically, that you can use to your advantage. If you have energy, you can pick them up and place them somewhere else, and enemies will not be able to pass that. So you can create some safe zones as long as you have energy. But I don't think that any one of the players has noticed that. It's in the manual, so...
I mean, that's fair, and you did give them the manual. That was nice. I'm looking at the people who worked on this game, by the way. Clown-O-Mania, it was published by Starbyte Software, but made by one person, with a couple other people helping with music and I think with ideas. Roman Rosart, and I actually do not see them working on any other games. This is the only game that he made. However, it was Starbyte that published it. Starbyte is a German company that developed and published several games, other things that may sound familiar or may not. We've got Rings of Medusa, ooh, scary, Transworld, Tiebreak, Sericon, Lords of Doom, Crime Time. Oh, the Return of Medusa. Uh-oh. How about the Spirit of Adventure? I think I've actually heard of that. It's for DOS and Windows, and is an RPG with some... Is that sexy? Let me see. Come on. A little... Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Starbyte published quite a bit. And I think they even published another clown-based game for Amiga.
Let
that even
me
has
see.
Graphics by the same guy.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I honestly don't recognize most of the stuff from this developer, or from the publisher there, Starbyte. I'm guessing...
You would have to be deep into Amiga to know any of this.
I'm guessing so, yeah. Like, a lot of their ports did end up going to DOS as well, but honestly, there were a lot of DOS games that nobody heard about over here in the US.
A few of those games are actually quite well reviewed. I think Traps and Treasures is a pretty good platformer for Amiga.
Yeah, that looks interesting. The guy who did the music for this, I believe, did the music for Traps and Treasures as well. And yeah,
I think
that looks fascinating. It looks like it hasn't aged that well, and that's fine. You know, I love that games sometimes don't end up working out. And, you know, something that's wonderful today might end up being bad game design in 10 or 20 years, and might end up coming back 10 or 20 years after that and being like, wow, oh my gosh, this feels revolutionary. However, this box art for Spirit, the box art for Spirit of Adventure has this guy who looks like he's fusing with the mountain, and I'm not sure what's happening. How is this the Spirit of Adventure? What is going on?
Oh, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's a powerful image. I'm not aware of the game. I haven't played it.
This is what happens when you have the Spirit of Adventure. You fuse into the mountain. Yeah. It's terrifying.
So the high mark at the moment is level 15, which is also where I expect the first really like significant wall to appear. There's a few moments in that level where you really wish that you had razors to attack the enemies with. You'll see when Elara returns. So there's this this maze of like yellow arrows on the ground. You know, if you go onto them, you can only exit in one direction. So basically, you you have to follow the path there, which is just a time killer, right? But after that, there's a teleporter jump, and waiting on the other side of that teleport is one of these extremely aggressive green worms.
Uh-oh.
It's going to chase you down within like fractions of a second. So you'll have to think carefully how to approach this.
Yeah.
If you have a razor, you can just, stay put and shoot at it when it comes closer. But if you don't, so if you have your high score on level 15, which you can see on Adam and Artwell's screen right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's just a time waster.
Oh, I like the arrow maze. This is great.
So now there's the teleport on the right.
Oh!
And there's this enemy, and it's going to get you.
Oh my gosh, especially, yeah, if you're not looking over there immediately to see what's going to happen, yeah, you're dead. And there goes Adam and Argyle. Game over. Going to be starting on level 15 again. Of course, Elara is on that level as well. She does have a little buffering going on. We have let her know, and if the stream gets bad enough that we can't really judge what's happening, we'll make sure that she is doing a local recording. There was she would need to set that up, unfortunately, so there would be an interruption, and I'm just like, it's fine enough at the moment. So one thing,
I don't foresee a problem yet. We'll see how it goes, but at the moment it should be fine, even if the feed is choppy. Yeah.
The biggest thing for the players that's being tracked is level progress. If they end the game, if they end the match at the same level, then it's going to be broken based off of who got there first. So Elara might be able to beat this stage, and if she does, she'll have a pretty solid lead. Otherwise, I believe Elara is currently in second place, having gotten to this stage second.
It looks like Elara got there first.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. The referees do have Elara written down at the 1830 mark rather than Admin Artfile getting there at about the 2230 mark. Yeah, thank you. This is why we have other people helping out. Thank you, chat. Thank you, referees.
Oh, that's it. Elara managed to complete level 16, and that is huge.
Yeah.
Because that can take you a while.
Yeah, level 16 looks like it might be a little bit confusing, but probably not as deadly as level 15. Like,
There's a few worms running around there. They're gonna chase you down.
Not the worms. Hate
Yeah, I
those
don't know
guys.
how else to call them. Maybe they're... I don't know. What even are those?
They might be worms. I'm not sure. The manual might have information about it. There's a little story in the manual, though. I can go ahead and share that because Clown-O-Mania is the adventure of Beppo. That's right, we are Beppo the Clown. Beppo, who has made millions of spectators happy throughout his whole life as a clown. One evening, wandering among the empty stands of the circus, he comes across a mysterious map which shows the way to a strange land full of valuable crystals. From that moment on, Beppo gives up clowning and goes in search of the crystals. This is the smartest clown that has ever existed because he's like, I'm no longer living the clown life. I am gonna get rich. And that's honestly what every clown should do. Say what?
We're still in his clown costume, so didn't even take the time to you know, change clothes.
Well, I mean, he's not a rich clown. There's a reason he's going and getting valuables, you know? If you only have clown clothes, you gotta dress as a clown every day.
I'm not sure the big shoes are doing Beppo any favors with this platforming here.
Could have gone barefoot, yeah. There aren't any spike traps that I've seen so far. Barefoot would have been fine, but then again, Beppo didn't know.
It's true.
Yeah, mysterious map, strange land. Better keep my shoes on just in case there's pokey things.
I mean, some of those gems look pretty pokey.
Yeah.
Also, there's rain flying around. I'm not sure if that's a great thing if you're barefoot.
Yeah, I think wearing the clown shoes was a good call. Like, despite being a clown. His hair in the HUD is so fuzzy. And it's like, I think he's got a bald spot or multiple bald spots. Like he has inherited the bald spot of 3 different men. It's not his fault, okay? Sometimes people are bald and that's fine. I actually like baldness. Baldness is fine. But Beppo, this isn't elegant baldness, okay? This is clown bald. And you don't want to be clown bald. Whoa! Oh no, Adamant Arcvile, that is another death. Time to start the levels back over, and I believe Adamant Arcvile's current checkpoint that they are using is on stage 11, which honestly, that could allow you to collect various items in order to work back up to where you are. Yeah, level 11 has some decent items to pick up, so that's not really a bad place to start. Natara, meanwhile, is currently on 12. Now, even though Natara is currently past where Adamant Arcvile is, Adamant Arcvile made it to level 15, and that means Natara would need to beat level 15 to technically pass them. Natara getting a game over, that is fine. We're going to have a lot of clown death, which is the best kind of death. Sorry, clowns.
Yeah.
Anybody here who's a clown in real life, by the way, I actually think that it's really kind of a neat job. I just like to make fun of clowns, you know? I hate clowns in video games, but IRL clowns are kind of cool. Especially ones who, like, are more comedy or the ones who are just, like, there to, like, make balloons. You can make balloons as a clown. That's fine. I'm not offended by that. I actually can't think of any clowns that really bother me except for Bozo the Clown. He's weird.
I mean, there's Pennywise.
Okay, yeah, the murderous clowns I don't like as much, okay? John Wayne Gacy, not a big fan, but I never met him. I mean, if I had, I'd probably be dead.
Oh, a good question. What about Homie D?
Homie D Clown, genuinely funny. Okay, there's a reason there was a video game made.
Yeah, it was a good skip.
Yeah, I'd say that Homie D Clown maybe wasn't the most revolutionary clown out there, but you don't have to be, you know? Are there other clowns that I like? I don't know.
Alara is back on stage 16. Maybe we can see some progress here.
Ah, come on, Alara, do it. I've got faith. Oh, the Cirque du Soleil clowns. Those are the best clowns because they, like, even the fat ones can do, like, backflips. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you are such an acrobatic clown. You're so cool. Yeah, I think that real clowns in general are fine. It's just the idea of clowns that I don't like. Or the media clowns. Clowns in media, usually the worst. Hey, Adamant Artvile actually went down a funnel and landed on top of one of the snake worms and killed it.
Yeah, that's good timing.
Yeah.
So, by the way, it was kind of hard to see, but Alara managed to kill 3 worms with a single razor, which was really impressive. Lined them up perfectly, killed 3 of them, and now this stage should be a breeze. So there's a decent chance that Alara is going to move on to the next stage.
Very nice. Come on, Alara, hold on to that lead. You've been doing fantastic. Yeah, Admin Artvile has unfortunately been not losing progress, but going back over and over. And this is really opening the opportunity for Natar to come back from 3rd place, possibly move into 2nd. Firefang, has been taking a while to get back to where he was before. In the first half of the match, that's not the worst thing. But when it's kind of a puzzle game and, learning the layouts of levels, it is a bit of a setback to have to play levels that you've done before because you're not gaining new knowledge. The other players are gaining knowledge of how the other levels work. There is a chance, but I'm worried that Firefang is not getting the knowledge that he needs to really make a good push later on.
So yeah, I saw a comment in chat earlier that basically said Adamant Artvile is probably not doing himself any favors by restarting on stage 11 every time, and it doesn't take that long to get back here. And if you do it with with a lot more items and reach a new high score, you might be in a better position.
Adamant Artvile back to level 15.
Yes,
yeah,
but only 1 life. This is going to be very hard.
I mean, it's sort of the
only 1 razor. So if
the best move, be careful around the funnels. When you're close to the snake, wait for it to possibly get into a position where you can shoot and try to kill it.
But don't shoot this one.
Well, too bad.
Too bad. Yeah, that's not the one that's the danger in the stage. It's the one to the right of the arrow maze. That one is the problem.
Yeah.
So one thing that I haven't mentioned yet, those teleporters, right? As long as you stand on that tile and don't move, enemies can't get to you. So you can basically wait on that teleporter tile just until the enemy approaches, and then you can shoot it.
Yeah.
It says that in the manual, even.
The manual does say they're called beamers, the warps.
Yeah, beamers.
They're shown as blue rectangles with a gray and allow instant transportation. The creatures which attack him are unaware of the beamers and their effect. This could be your only means of escape. The direction of the beam depends on the direction from which Beppo steps onto the rectangle. So one teleport can actually take you multiple places.
Yep. It's not always super precise.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Alara on stage 19, that's a pretty high mark.
Yeah, Alara is doing a fantastic job. Firefang also starting to catch up, on stage 10. With 4
Nothing
extra
eliminates-
lives and with a decent number of jumps and razors, what's the thing under razors though?
Energy.
Energy. Okay.
You can pick up energy boxes, and you can use energy to pick up those pyramids that are in some stages, and you can use them to block the way for enemies.
Gotcha. Okay, that could be convenient, especially for any of the levels that have enemies that are a little bit smarter and move towards you.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it also it requires those stages to have pyramids to pick up, and a lot of the stages don't.
Okay.
I think that's an intentional game over there on Arcvile's screen.
You're probably right. Natara using up a razor to kill one of the snakes?
Stage 20. That's a really high mark. That's going to take some beating. Right now, I would say Lara is very much strongly in the lead and a strong favorite to win this match.
I love that the manual talks about like the holes that we've seen players fall into and die. And it's not because they fall into a bottomless hole. The manual says, holes, keep well clear. All the holes are full of acid and mean instant death. That's right. Every time a clown falls into a hole, it gets dissolved in a hole of acid. That's brutal, okay? This game is hardcore. You're shooting razors, you're falling into acid.
I'm not sure if I'm glad or not that they didn't animate that. It would be fun to see.
I mean, that's his sound effect after all. Pretty suitable when it comes to falling into a hole of acid, you know?
Also, I mean, what kind of weird decision was it by the developers to use like a blue color to indicate acid?
Is it blue? I'm colorblind.
Yeah, it's blue.
Where's the blue?
The holes? There's a few on Adam and Arcvile's screen.
Are those... Wait, let me lean up. Yeah, those are blue. Okay. Well, I mean, we always consider
it looks like
acid
water
to be green, but acid doesn't have to be green. That's just how we depict it in media, you know? Come on, that...
I mean, there's some room between forcing it to be green and just using the color that's basically universally known as being the most harmless substance on Earth.
Not in video games, though, okay?
Yeah,
if there's
that's
water,
true.
it's a
That's true,
50-50
yeah.
chance if it instantly kills you, because, you know, video games. Thank you. No! Adam, the snake got you! Bit your toe! Bit your giant clown toe! Oh my gosh, yeah. If the clothes are anatomically correct for clowns, their feet are just gigantic. Except for Krusty the Clown. My gosh. Krusty the Clown has small feet. Did you know that?
No, I'm not really all that into Simpsons lore.
It's actually really important in one of the Sideshow Bob episodes because Sideshow Bob and Krusty have different sized feet. Yeah.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah, well, Sideshow Bob tries to frame Krusty. Yeah. It's a whole... I'm sorry if I spoiled a very old show for people here. Yeah, Sideshow Bob, evil clown.
Right now, and I missed it. So I can only assume that Lara's new high score continue watermark is much higher than it was before, right?
I mean, I believe so. Just looking at the tracking here, I believe level 23 is the highest level we have seen out of anybody. Alara currently on that.
Even, yeah.
Yeah, second place is level 15 by Adamant Arcvile, and Adamant hasn't been able to really get back there very frequently with more than one extra life, and that's been a huge setback because they've had to play over and over and over again. That said, they are moving on to level 14. Natara getting set back to level 10 because the continue system in this game is stupid.
Yep, it really is.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked how stupid the continue system is. Like, you could have done anything other than using the high score table. I sort of understand wanting to reward players for doing well, and because of that, you know, allowing them, like, if you get a high score, that's when you get to continue from where you were. But if your game continuously gets harder and harder, getting a high score is going to get harder and harder because you have to beat how you did before in order to earn a continue. And, like, there aren't infinite pickups. There's not a way to just grind out a better score to earn a continue. No. Instead, what you have to do is just play through more levels and die less often. And that's hard.
As far as I can tell, you are able to beat the stages with just what you're given in the stage in terms of pickups. But if you go into the stage having nothing, it's going to be really difficult. Also, Ilara's new high score reset point is stage 18, so even that is much higher than the next best score. So,
being able to continue on stage 18 is a huge boon. Yes, she did make it all the way to level 23. If anybody wants to move into first, they need to get to level 24 or beyond. Now, I do wonder, because this is an older game, sometimes there are warps to later levels or secrets that can be found. Are you aware of any secrets within the game that can warp people further ahead?
I'm not aware of any. I haven't heard of any. I won't discount the possibility.
Okay.
But, I mean, you never know. I haven't found any information on any warps.
Now, there is an update with Firefang here. Firefang is currently on level 14, which has moved him up to 3rd place. Natara currently in 4th. Both of them are still on the slate to be eliminated from Kusogrand8 unless they passed Adamant Arcvile or Ilara Cutie. Adamant Arcvile, though, is up to 16.
Has reached stage 16, which is his new high point.
That is,
we can just hope for him that... nice double kill on the worms, that this is going to result in a high score.
Oh my gosh, I would be so angry if I got a game over and I still didn't get a new high score. I'd be like, are you serious? Are you for real? Yep. And there we go. Adamant Arcvile is dead. Is this enough to earn a high score? Please. Anything. Game over, please. Yeah, clown job. I saw it.
Yep. Can start on level 16.
Very nice.
So that's going to make it more difficult for both Firefang and Natara to catch up. That's not impossible because it's not that far off.
Firefang continuing on level 15, which with no items is hard, but you have 4 extra lives, so it's not quite as bad as it could be.
Yeah, this is my least favorite continue spot, to be honest, because of that that enemy to the right of the arrow maze.
Yeah, like you can take it a little bit careful, but you need to be very aware of the snake and get through this arrow maze as quickly as you can, and then just wait on the teleporter.
I wouldn't at all be surprised if Firefang just gets stuck on this stage for the rest of the match. Without items, this is one of the harder ones.
Firefang did collect a bunch of the gems during that, but unfortunately, you're right. This is definitely much harder without having any items. Oh boy. I'm glad that chat really enjoys the clown dying sound. Honestly, it's a good sound. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the ridiculous thing is that, like, I talk so much crap about clowns, and then almost every single clown that I think of, except for Bozo, I'm like, I actually kind of like them. Like, they're fine. They're mostly okay, except for a few clowns in scary movies. Oh no, there's a scary clown. Woo.
I mean, yeah, they were made to be scary. They're not made to be fun as a clown would be.
Well, yeah, that's why. Hey, guess what? Putting something that's supposed to be scary in a scary movie, it makes them scary. Natara having some good pushes, though. Natara is currently on stage 13. They, I believe their personal best before this was stage 12, so this is a good push.
They would have to make it to stage 18 by now to not get eliminated. I can't believe 2 people are going to get eliminated by Clown.
Oh, I 100% believe it. But honestly, I think this game is yeah, the continue system is dumb, but this is actually a fairly fair game. Like, there's not a whole bunch of randomness, you know, you have to deal with really annoying enemies, but, you know, you can learn how to juke the enemies, you can learn how to deal with them. It seems relatively fair for what the players have to deal with in order to actually get a personal best here. You know, it's mostly them learning the game. This isn't a typical genre, though. Isometric clown platformer. Yeah, we haven't really had those on Kusogrand8 before. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 isometric clown platformers, but I can't recall any of them.
The only thing that I can remember, there was a clown game for one of the Nintendo handhelds, I think it was, where you have to sort of flee from something and you go down a slow, what was it, Crazy Chase or something like that?
Okay.
That had a similar kind of perspective. Yeah, Crazy Chase. Kid Clown and Crazy Chase.
Kid Clown and Crazy Chase. Thank you, chat, for helping us remember things that we tried to forget. Gosh.
Oh, stage 18 for Adamant Arkwell. That's another high mark for him. It's going to be very hard to catch up to Alara, so I think the race is mostly now to catch up with the Adamant Arkwell or Firefang and Antara.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember Kid Clown. Let me pull up a picture here. This is definitely familiar for me. Kid Clown, it's not really a puzzle platformer, but it is from an isometric perspective, although I think you're just continuously going down right the entire time. But there we go. We found the isometric clown platformer that we were all talking about before. And Kid Clown and Crazy Chase is fine. Not the worst clown, okay? Definitely worst clowns in existence.
Pretty sure we already had that in Kusogrand8 at some point.
Yeah, it looks familiar.
Like a few years ago, I went on a hunt for the stupidest clown games I could find. And it was a bad sign that I could remember a few from my childhood.
Yeah, I don't really... Well, I mean, I do remember some clown games that we've never had on Kusogrand8, but honestly, most of those are for Atari and aren't... like, they're either fun or have about 5 minutes of content. Welcome to old video games, everybody. Fire Fang making it to level 16. Adamant Arcvile, though, is on 20. Alara having a bit of a setback due to the continue system, but I still feel like she's got a very good chance of taking first here. She has made it all the way to level 23, and again, we judge based off of the high watermark that the players have set. Adamant Arcvile getting a new high watermark onto level 21, but in order to move into first, they would need to get to level 24. It's possible. There's still 10 minutes. And some of these levels go super fast.
So the good news for the Adamant Arcvile is that his reset point is now on level 20, and Alara's reset point is level 18. So that's easier now for the Adamant Arcvile to get to a point where they can make progress. Now, Adamant Arcvile on level 23, and with 4 lives to spare, we could see a lead change here.
Okay.
This isn't one of the harder stages, so I could imagine that going well.
Come on, Alara, you can do it! Alara getting back into a continue on level 18. Not the best continue spot. And Adamant Arcvile has so many clowns left on the level 23. They've got a decent chance to actually get back, and pass up Alara. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. Adamant Arcvile is absolutely the one to watch right now, though, because if they can do it, that is a lead. That is a switch to first place that I do not think would be undone. I think that would be a guarantee first place.
I'm basically glued to the Adamant Arcvile's screen right now.
And there we go! That is a lead change in the last 10 minutes. Adamant Arcvile currently in first. They are doing fantastic. I love it. Alara still in second place, though. She will be moving on if neither Natara nor Firefang can beat level 23. They're on the chopping block.
We're cut out for them. That's going to be a tough push for both of them.
Yeah, the thing is, when you're playing in Kusogrand8, you do not know how far in the lead or how far behind you are. They're not too far behind. Like, it technically would be possible, but it's just the levels are kind of sinister in the way that they're designed. And with the enemy AI, the one thing is that it looks like once an enemy, at least these snakes, are moving in a specific direction, they can't just turn around. They actually have to make at least a 90-degree angle move if they're going to start moving in a new direction. So you can kind of juke them if you know how their AI works. But again, it's pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult to deal with that. And Arcvile on to level 25. Very nice.
On to 25.
Well, I will be doing a little bit of setup just in the meantime, so if I appear to be distracted, that means I probably am. Welcome to my life. I love the sounds. They're so Amiga.
Sounds are really Amiga.
Yeah.
Also on the way that they drown out one of the music channels every time you pick up something. It's using the same channel that the music uses, so the sound effects clash in that way with the music. That happens in many Amiga games. A lot of them just decided not to use either music or sounds, so sometimes you can choose between music and sound. Here you kind of have both, with the caveat that sometimes you won't hear all the tracks.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the limitation of older computers, you know. If they have limited channels, limited resources, limited... The developers had to figure out some way to deal with that. And I'd say, like, Commodore made the Amiga. The Commodore 64 sound chip was fantastic, and the Amiga one is as well. It's just, even with those fantastic sound chips, there are limitations. You have to make them work a specific way. I've worked a little bit with emulated Commodore 64 audio before, and it's a lot of fun, but there are also a lot of ways to mess it up because of just how dynamic it is. It's really cool.
Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve to trying to make music with the limitations of a Commodore chip.
It's fun. Yeah, that specifically, when I was making the Magpie puzzle game, I used Commodore 64 sound emulator. The music I made isn't complicated at all. It's rather simple, honestly. But yeah, I got to...
Also an insidious earworm, just so you know.
What's that?
The Magpie music is an insidious earworm.
I made an earworm.
Yeah, when I played through that game, basically I was humming that melody for the next 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. I spent about 10 minutes thinking of working on that music, okay? Like, I was like, it's good enough. We're done. I'm sorry that I absolutely made an earworm in about 10 minutes, but that's literally, like, I've done music composition before. I just wanted to get something that was good enough and slap it in there and be like, okay, we're done. If I do, which I do want to make a set of like another 20 levels or so. If I do that, the new 20 levels is going to have a different level design, level theme, and level music. So
we're going to get biomes for Magpie.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I've started working on it. I just need to actually go and maybe I'll do that this next week or two, you know? Before I go to Atlanta, I can make some more Magpie levels. Will it have clown death wave? Asked chat. No. Probably not. I gotta be honest. It's...
Oh, that was nice. So Adam and Arkval made it to level 27. Took a few steps, stepped on an accelerator, and just zipped through the screen directly onto an enemy, and game over.
I love it. Well, Natara did manage to move up to 3rd place, getting to level 17. I don't think that they will really be able to get out of that place, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's not possible anymore. We only have like 2.5 minutes left. So even if they played perfectly, I think it would be basically impossible. I think that is probably it in terms of placements.
I believe so. And you know, chat, it's never a shame to be eliminated in Kusogrand8, you know, even if you want to do better. Honestly, you put yourself out there, you gave it a shot, and I like to celebrate how everybody has done. You've been willing to entertain us, and I really appreciate it. So, you know, we will be losing 2 players after this because of Clown-O-Mania, but I love that they are willing to play for us, and I really appreciate it. Seriously, thank you to the players. Yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game. And trust me, you're allowed to hate Clown Game. You're very much allowed to hate Clown Game. I think you probably should.
You probably should. I mean, like, it can be fun, but you know, there's a learning curve. There's a lot of trial and error in some of the stages.
Yeah. So really, never, like, even if you're a new streamer, or somebody who has never streamed before, when we do the next tournament, Kusogrand8, which I don't foresee us stopping anytime soon, when we do the next one, even if you've never streamed before, we have everything here to help you get set up. We've got information, we've got executables. We try to make it as idiot-proof as possible. You know, there's still some things that break every once in a while because we're dealing with old games, but you know, I want everybody to be able to join. So don't feel like you have to be an experienced streamer or the best gamer ever. Come and play in your first ever tournament and lose like the rest of us. You know, it's just a handful of people who end up making it into the bracket. Everybody should play. And if you win a match, then celebrate. And if you don't, then you're like me, who has lost many a match. With that said, that's time.
Oh yeah, time.
Yes,
it's time.
Celebrate, everybody. We are done. We are moving on. Clown-O-Mania is just swirling. However, no need to feel sick because we have two players who are moving on. The Adamant Art File taking first and Alara taking second. Let me go ahead and welcome Adamant to come and chat because I would love to hear their opinions if they would like. Yeah, that was you told Adamant that they won and they're like, how the swear word did I win? And indeed, that is the question that we have, that most people have in Kusogrand8. With that said, Adamant is here and is our victor today, making it all the way to level 28. Holy crap, how did you do it?
You know, some people give isometric games a bad name. I personally like them. I like your games like your Baldur's Gates, your Fallouts. You know what all those games have in common? They're role-playing games. They're not collectathons.
Yeah, this, like, honestly, I love isometric games. I feel like, one of the biggest complaints that people have is adjusting to the control scheme because that can be a pain in the butt, especially if it doesn't give you the option of mapping straight up, straight down, straight left, and straight right. And I believe that this game didn't have that option. Am I correct?
You are 100% correct. This was like playing Hubert meets Pac-Man meets a bag of trash.
Pac-Man meets a bag of trash. That's just Pac-Man. Come on.
No, I'm going to bat for the old Pac-Man. It's still a fun game at the end of things.
Fine.
This, I ain't doing anything for.
Okay, so, yeah, what are the problems with this game, please?
Oh, the problems are the controls have to directly quote the manual, be turned at to 1 o'clock. I turned my controller to 1 o'clock. It didn't help.
Yeah, the manual does suggest that, and honestly,
It makes more sense with a joystick.
It can make a little bit more sense, especially when your joystick only has one button, which I don't know if that was the case for this game. Like, you had a lot of different items that you could use, the jump, the razor. Yeah, how many buttons did this have, Artvile?
One.
Okay.
One button. The NES controller has more buttons than this.
Yep.
So how did you actually shoot the projectiles? How did those work?
It's all just movement based. If you run and then hit the action button, you jump. If you stand still and hit the action button, you shoot your razor. Does it help when you're down to the wire and trying to make sure a snake doesn't kill you? No. All it's just gonna do is make sure you jump into that snake's mouth like it's lunch.
Nom nom nom. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this game, I don't think anybody in the chat enjoyed this, and I hated this. If I was mic'd up, I'd say some things that got kicked out of your channel.
Oh no, I love it. Well, I'm glad that everybody suffered equally. Honestly, this is a game that I probably would have played a lot, and this is one of the better clown games out there that I've seen. I really don't like clown games, but I actually feel like this was one of the more enjoyable that I've seen. But if it's that much of a pain, like, I trust the players, okay? I trust the people who hate on it. Yeah.
I mean, really, it's this, Circus Capers, and Homie D Clown. So which one are you gonna pick, chat?
I think we all know which ones chat wants to see.
Neither. We're not playing clown games.
No more clown games. You heard it here, everybody. No more clown games. There'll probably be more clown games, I gotta be honest.
Feel free to bring this episode up when we inevitably play another clown game.
Yep. Maybe
don't
even
touch
today.
me on that. I'm pretty sure I have a few clown games in my back pocket that I could bust out if you wish.
Don't.
Yeah,
Keep them there.
we know there are clown games. Actually, the worst thing about clowns is when they're clown stages, but you're not a clown. It's like you could have chosen literally any theme for a level and you went with clown. You dummies. You ruined it. You ruined video games and you ruined joy, and it's all your fault, and I want my time back, okay? Time is more precious than money. I'll play the game, but oh my gosh. Actually, you had a lot of complaining about this. Was there anything redeemable about this game?
It ended.
It ended. There's 70 levels, by the way, so you were nowhere near finishing.
Nowhere. You'll have to dress me in clown life. Want to make me do this again?
I love it. Tomodachi Clown Life. We could go ahead and make a clown life simulator. That would be fun. Okay. Actually, let's not do that. I'll go ahead and pass. Artfile, yeah, seriously, great job here. Thank you for coming in for the interview. I gotta ask, are you doing anything interesting these days on stream?
Nope, work literally just takes too much out of my life.
Oh no, what about offline? Any fun games?
Oh, I've been playing a bunch of mixed amount of things. I actually recently been playing talking clowns, Balatro, which is ridiculously fun for basically being cheaters poker.
That's like 75% of the people who come in for the interviews. Chat, just so you know, if you've heard people talk about Balatro and you haven't played it yet, let this be the advertisement that we should be giving out. You should play Balatro, okay? It's really good.
It's $15. It's super cheap, and it's ridiculously fun.
Yeah, for real. Completely worth giving a shot. Like, really, you should. Yeah, so Balatro, you've been playing a lot of that. Anything else popping up in your life, or is it mostly that and work?
Well, I was going to play Fallout London, but hey, guess what? Fallout 4 just got updated recently in like 7 years, and the update broke all mod support, so Fallout London's back on the back burner now while we wait for mods to unscrew themselves.
Yeah, I am a little bit scared. I made a mod for Dwarf Fortress and they released adventure mode, and I'm sure my mod is broken in some way. I'm a little bit terrified to go find out. Yeah, but modding is fun. It's worthwhile. And
Wait, the mod you make, that you made that, you know what you can, you know how to fix it. Your mod didn't completely break the entire game for everybody else. At least it didn't, did it?
No, I don't think so. I'm relatively sure. Yeah, when a core game update breaks everything, that's a little bit of a pain, but hey, welcome to life. Well,
you know what else I've been playing? Stardew Valley, which didn't do that.
Stardew Valley, yeah, their latest update, I made it to fall because I still need to play more in order to actually get to the new content, but I'm gonna get there. I swear. Well,
don't worry, I still have to do Mr. Key's missions.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Key.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll actually find him. I hear rumors that he actually exists in the game.
Yeah, you'll find him.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And Fred, thank you for giving out the game. Both of you, take care. Have a fantastic time, all right?
You too.
All right, see ya. I'll watch out. Everybody, hopefully you're doing well. I think we are just about ready to move on to the 3rd out of 4 games for today. However, I'm going to run an ad so that we can stand up, use the restroom, and do whatever else you need. Be back in just a couple minutes.